Chord, 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Go, 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 go. That's us. Yes. Da, 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 da. Da, da. Yes. The switch up. Yep. Yep. We have made it to episode 10, entitled Humanity. I think we were left off in the last episode where Meryl and Roberto had been kidnapped from Thingy 3, Ship 3? Ship 3, home. They've been kidnapped. And at the start of this episode, we kick things off with Vash and Wolfwood racing to the city of JuLai to rescue them. I hadn't thought that it was every episode, but I certainly knew it was frequent. Oh yeah. Gotta be listening to podcasts at all time. Not a thing. No. They're just pawns. That's right. This is the pickup from the previous conversation. It's like, I need to know who gets to die. Tell me. It's like, oh, maybe it shouldn't be us. What's his name? Conrad. That's Luida. Yeah, I'm familiar with her. We're gonna expedite that shit. I do like that. Yeah, it's that you must really have a death wish at this point. It's like, no, I just want to know the truth. That's it. Yep, sure. But sure enough, they both end up following Conrad to his little tour of what he's been up to. Yeah, it's he starts off. It's like, hey, check out this room where I did the shit. Pay no attention to all the blood. There's a lot of it. I don't clean up ever. Hygienic. he he clearly does not pay for a cleaner because it's just literally it's like, yes, whose blood is this? Yes, it's everyone's blood. Oh yeah, can you name them all? Can you name them all? Yep. Yep. E.g. the mine. Yep. Uh, Mon of the Gale. Uh, Nicholas the Punisher. No. Oh wait, what guy? Oh, Livio. I is it Livio the Twin Viper or something like that? Is that what his name? It's Twin something. Yeah. Yep. The child. Yep. Yep. Livio. Yep. And then Wolfwood. Oh yeah. Yep. Oh, we should also probably say Vash does reveal that he does know that at this point as well. He's like, "Oh, I know." Yep. That's right. He's like, "Hey, I recognize you." This is yeah, because it's this bit. They've just finished chatting about how well, obviously we've had the revelation that yeah, Wolfwood was in it the whole time, and you're like, yeah, we know, we've known for a while, and the other part of it is he's like, oh, this whole city is just like a big fortress. It's difficult to get through, and it's going to be tough. And then yeah, they meet those guards, and I think that do they not they end up in like a standoff where one of the guys that's with the guard is kind of like, hey, you killed my parents. he's, he's, he's just super tetchy, and then he's like, fire, and shoots him in the chest. Everybody. Yep. Yep. Perspective. Then they run away. Yes. Yep. Yes. Yeah, they're having the deep and meaningful. And then he's like, for God's sakes, deal with that, would you, Blondie? And he just like kind of haphazardly pulls the bullet out of himself and just kind of like pings it away. And you're like, oh, that's easy. That's right. Yeah. No, he's been through it. That's for sure. Oh yeah. Meanwhile, back in the murder lab. Yeah, it's the yeah, he's trying to make more independence because I think he says that I can't remember if it's this episode or not where he like refers to knives as the ultimate being. Like it's just like, there's no better. He is the pinnacle of creation, and we should be trying to model things in his image. So I used some of his DNA to do some stuff. Yeah. Oh, that yes, that's right. The one that he has been following him around and has that kind of big robot pal. Um, I forgot about the big robot until now. No, I think her name is Elendira because she's in the big vat. I think she's the successful one because all of the others are not so much. I think what is that? It's something like he's talk. Oh, because obviously, like one of the big things we've seen so far is that Vash and knives don't eat. They don't need to. They don't require that level of sustenance. They don't eat and drink. And I think that was the when he's talking about his other creations. He says, I gave them the power and made them better, and they were better beings than they started out. But I couldn't get rid of the hunger. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Energy. Yeah. I figured they were like, but I never really thought about the water part of it, but that's fair. I guess I always thought of them as just like kind of Matrix style batteries. Interesting. Yeah, they would be better suited to the planet, to the no man's land, because it's like obviously quite a hostile environment that humans are not particularly suited for. Yep. It, I think there's a really interesting thing here because there's a lot of comparison. I think it's really interesting that Conrad and Luida are sort of contrasting forces, and Vash and Knives are kind of contrasting forces because obviously Conrad's approach is I'm going to make things that can live here as it is, and Luida's approach is I'm going to make here be better for people. It's the same goal ultimately, is survival. Just who survives and how is slightly different. No. Yeah, yeah. Elendira. Yeah. No, it's like knives, but needles or spikes. Yeah, nails. Yep. Yep. Yeah. I I warned you. I warned you. I've told you so many times you're going to get us killed, and yet here we are running away from fucking Psycho Mantis with nails. Oh yeah. Tell me about that Zone of Enders save file I've got on my memory card. No, the big thing apparently was because that was Konami published as well. They allowed it to recognize if you played like specific Konami games. Uh huh. Oh fuck! How much is that costing? That is ridiculous. It's not even good. The first Silent Hill. The first Silent Hill is not great. It's two where it really gets into it. Two is there's a reason they're remaking the second one and not the first one. It's fine. It's fine. It was at the end of the PS1's life cycle, which is why it like looked and played the way it did. But they realized more about it in the second one for sure. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, with his little double shot derringer. Yep. Yeah. Yep. The killing blow is nigh though. It's on its way. But fortunately, uh, just in time, Vash and Wolfwood turn up to sort of save the day. Oh yeah, the wrestler. No wait, that's just incredible. And one of them falls out the sky and just leaves a little cut on Elendira's arm, and she just full on has a like hissy fit and starts screaming. But it turns out that she's probably not used to being hit. Pain? I don't know what pain is. Yeah. Oh man, what a show. Yep, it really does. As Vash does. I was very upset by this, and yet 100% knew this is exactly where this was going as soon as this episode started. Yep, I felt it in my bones that this is, well, like in particular he was being about very fussy about the idea of risking their lives again. And it's like, oh no, we've got like only so many episodes left, and you've been saying that for quite a while now. Yeah. Yeah, give me the flask, please. Oh, let the man have the flask, please. Yep. Yeah, like I say, I saw this coming, and it's annoying because they were. I thought, as much as like I think independently, I'm not a huge Roberto fan, and I'm not a huge Meryl fan, but I am a huge fan of Meryl and Roberto. Like they just, as a foil for each other, were really good. They were entertaining, and just they argued like a couple, or like father and daughter, or brother and sister. It was just funny and sort of endearing. So it's a shame to see that come to an end, I think. Well, I think the other thing about this as well is that uh it's kind of that fitting point of Meryl's going to have to learn the lesson at some point. You know, like it's almost like it's been leading to this stage. Is like, if you keep doing this, you're going to die. But then it's like, well, I'm going to prove the point because one of us is going to die, but I'm not going to let it be you. And you're going to see what, like, that this is not a joke. This is incredibly dangerous all the time, and running head first into these things is going to get you killed one of these days. Yeah. One more day from retirement. Oh, poor Roberto. But yeah, The McBain. Yeah. Here. Yeah. So here's the thing, right? Uh, in Lethal Weapon, Danny Glover was always, I'm too old for this shit. Danny Glover was 41 when Lethal Weapon was made. Yeah. It's just ridiculous. It's like, yeah, I hope they were aging him up because, like, he should at least have another 10 good years in him before he's starting to say that, I feel. Yeah, man. 40. No, he didn't. He didn't. He did set a toilet bomb, though. Oh, wait, was that Mythbustard? Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Roberto has now sadly died and leaves Meryl with this Derringer pistol and sort of a renewed focus on, hey, I'm gonna go and see knives. No, I was gonna say she's immediately thrown away the lesson that she was supposed to have learned after her mentor died, saving her from her own bullshit. Ugh. And yeah, we cut back to Vash and Wolfwood, who are now sort of parting ways because Wolfwood's job is now done. Vash is now where he needs to be, and Wolfwood can leave. I can't remember if he talks to the doctor. What I do remember is that he obviously finds Roberto because he's out of smokes. He goes to get a cigarette and has none left. And is it? Yeah. Oh, he asks him if he could put his down. No, he says, "Have you? Do you think you'll be able to put your cross, the weight of your cross down?" He says, "Do you think you'll be able to?" Because it's that I think he's implying he has a bit of a Jesus complex, a God complex to a degree of just I'm gonna fix everything. No, no, he's not. I think that is this episode. Yeah, that's right. I definitely have some plants. I, uh, I think that's a consistent theme, but basically he's like, I've had enough of this, and pushes the trapdoor button, and yeah, it's pretty cool. And then Vash uses his grappling hook to try and remain afloat, but there's a tank beneath that he's going to fall into, and Knives just without mercy sort of just cuts the tie on it and lets him fall. Yes, the perfect independent. Yep. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. Uh Multiple times in the same episode. Uh we officially find out that Wolfwood is a bad guy. Um we learn more about the process that the researcher Dr. Conrad is going through to try and bring about the change that he needs or wants. Um and his kind of striving for perfection. Uh, I I I like this episode. It feels like the beginning of the end in a good way. You know, how did uh how did you feel about this one? Yep, yep. There is always a good contrast, I think, with the humor as well. Like I think I do find in some things the humor unintentionally overpowers situations sometimes. But in this, it feels like it's in a nice equilibrium with the reality. It's really good. It's definitely a high eight. Like we're getting to the point where it's like shit's really kicking off now. Uh yeah, I had a good time with this one. Um it's I read some people's opinions of Trigun Stampede, and there's a lot of varying opinions. There's a lot of people who don't like the style and they don't like the changes to the narrative and things like that. They feel that it's a bit too different. Um, I kind of swing the other way, where like it feels like literally everything they've done has improved on the original, and that's not a slight on the original because I remember enjoying it a lot, but it really does feel like they've thought more about this. Like it feels like a more cohesive thing, and less of a series with a kind of interlinked story occasionally. Totally. You could like we similar with Chainsaw Man. Like I could totally imagine Chainsaw Man just being a scrambling mess if it was made in the 90s, and I bet it would have been good. But, would it have been the same consistent delivery of quality? Probably not. Um, mhm. I- and I'm kind of okay with that. I've come to the realization that there was a period of time where, like particularly in the 90s, a lot of shows like were loosely based on their material, their source material. One, sometimes just because there was a difference in vision, and two was sometimes because they were producing the anime faster than they were the manga. Uh, but then there was a period of time like after that, if you look at things like Ultimate Hellsing and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, where it's like, no, we want to try and make it more like the original source material. It has to be more true to that, to be of value, and those are really good as well. But I have varying thoughts on that too, where like I really like the interpretations that were before that as well as the ones that are closer to the manga. So I think it's interesting that it sort of feels like this one has swung another direction where it's like, actually, I like a lot of the stuff it talks about, but there's a lot of stuff in here that I think we could do that's different. For sure. So, yep, we've done it again. Episode 10 done and dusted. Two more to go. So that has been another episode of Who's That Anime, an anime podcast which can be found where all good podcasts can be found. Our home is at anchor.fm// Who's That Anime. If you would like to support us, because we don't make any money from this, it would be super cool if you would share or rate the podcast on your podcasting app of choice. We have a Facebook page, that's facebook.com// Who's That Anime, where we put up the latest episodes and also share the occasional anime meme. We have a Discord channel. Discord. Is that the word? We have a Discord server. That's it. And the link for that is in the show notes. We also have a YouTube channel where Colin painstakingly puts together the video versions of these episodes. We're now, I think, in parity, so episode 10 should release when episode 10 of the podcast comes out. Give or take. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, shit. Man. So yeah. But yep, that's how that works. And you can find that by going to www.youtube.com and searching for at Who's That Anime, or just Who's That Anime and looking for the channel in there. Colin and I also like to play the video games sometimes. Colin at twitch.tv/couchfuel and myself at twitch.tv/hailpayman. If we're not live streaming, you can also find archives of all the cool stuff we played over the years on YouTube by going to youtube.com and searching for Hail Payman or Couchfuel. And I believe that is us. True story. I think the last time we did was Dark Tide for a little bit. Yeah. I think to point out how long we've been doing this, I think the first thing we streamed together was Asura's Wrath. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, Gears of War. Bef- Before Twitch TV existed, it was just we were using Justin TV. Man, wild times. Oh yeah, there's definitely that. I also now have this massive stripe of white. It's too, yeah, it's too late now. Just gonna have to grow it out, so that I just have like a bigger beard with just a white stripe underneath. Gonna be amazing. Yeah. Welcome to the party. So yeah, we will be back next week with episode 11. And that's us. Peace out. Bye.